Alabama movement inside Alabama's Department of Corrections, St. Clair Correctional Facility. My name is Melvin Ray. I'm the spokesperson and founder of the Free Alabama movement. We're profiling inhumane, unconstitutional living conditions. We're also profiling overcrowdedness inside Alabama's Department of Corrections. Also part of our platform is the need for sentencing and parole reform inside the Department of Corrections and the establishment of economic policies of empowerment for prisoners so that we can utilize our strength and economics to leverage against the system to try to get improvement in our conditions, modifications to the sentencing and parole schemes inside the state of Alabama. Today I'll be profiling a young man which typifies the story that we're attempting to bring light to in the Free Alabama movement, and that is a young man who was young when he caught a violent offense, who was remorseful about the crime, who was admitting and acknowledging his role in the crime, but who was also explaining that he came to prison, he realized his deficiencies as a youth, as a young man, and went about correcting those deficiencies, went about educating himself. He has multiple trades. He completed high school. This man has a vision and a plan for his future, a vision and a plan for life, and yet he continues to find himself inside the Department of Corrections doing time, not knowing when he's going home, no specific information from the parole board to let him know when he can expect to be paroled out and begin the process of starting his life again. Today I'm going to have him introduce himself. He's going to introduce his name. He's going to tell you how old he is. He's going to tell you how long he's been incarcerated right now and what he's in prison. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is PICKETT. I've been incarcerated for 13 years, going on 14. I'm incarcerated for murder, attempted murder. Very remorseful about my part in the crime. I have completed brick masonry, electrical technology, anger management, stress management, Sex Addicts Anonymous, every type of certificate that I can try to get in, I try to finish it. I've been up for parole once and they set me off 5 years. I go back up for parole next year. Okay.
Just speaking back to your past, you graduated high school, that's correct. How long after that, how old were you when you caught the offense you presently locked up for?
I think I was 23 years old.
23 years old. We talked about your crime a little bit. We talked about the parole hearing that you just had. And there were some protesters at your hearing. Can you speak to, you don't have a voice at the parole hearing, and they're looking at a cold record. And people really don't know who you are, If you can just speak to the crime and speak to the family members, the protesters, the people who are protesting, just get them an understanding of who you are today as opposed to who you were 23 years ago, and explain to them, about the crime, what role you played, and what you felt a need to improve upon as yourself as a man. And, when they're going and protest you, they don't even know you today. So if you would just speak to the crime or your remorsefulness and speak to the people who are protesting you.
Okay. Well, speaking to my victim family, I know I came to a place of life, you know what I'm saying, with a life. And I come to prison when I was 23. I didn't know, the street life or the image that I was trying to portray would lead me to a place like this and possibly make me stay in here for the rest of my life. And now since I came to prison, I grasped hold of my anger issues. I buckled down and learned who I am, who I am, because I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know what my people was, what I'm saying. I didn't care to know. Once I was able to sit down and learn who I am and who my people are and what type of oppression that we suffer up under, I would never even attempt to try to bother or harm my brother or my kind, you know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people, they gonna say whatever it is they gonna say about me or whatever it is, saying that I can't be rehabilitated or changed, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm very, very remorseful, you know, and plus I learned that if a man hurt his own kind, he's suicidal. You know what I'm saying? Might as well be.
Now you also remember more science. I know you follow the teachers and stuff like that. Just speak to your spirituality, speak to your spiritual growth and what being here has done for you on a spiritual level. Because people, we can be remorseful for our crimes and we can do these things, but you completed an evolutionary process. I haven't known this man very long. Talked to him a few times. I'm very impressed. He's very articulate. He's a positive person inside the prison. He brings a lot of positive energy, positive thoughts to the prison. And so when I sat down and we got to discussing his story, and he told me he had went up for parole, and at the time he had done 10 years, and he said that he had, multiple protesters. And I said, well, the reason why people are protesting is because they're protesting the crime and the person that you were 10 years ago. I said, those people need to know who you are today. And so that's why I wanted him to get on the Free Alabama Movement Network and be part of our documentary, because this is a man who is in an environment that's not suitable for him. This may have been an environment suitable for him when he came to prison, but he no longer fits in. He stands out like a sore thumb now, and it's because he's ready and he has something to offer. But the system would not provide him with an opportunity or a way to get back to the community. So just talk about, your growth in spirituality and how that's going to help you be a better person when you get back to your community, and how you're going to use that to help build your community and try to counteract some of the issues that affected you when you came to prison.
Okay. First off, I started off as a Christian, and I was very hungry for the word. Still is, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe that once you start in the Bible and you read in the Bible, that book gonna open another book. It's gonna open the Quran. Then you start in the Quran, and that's gonna open another book, and until you just keep. So I just stayed in books, and once I started, the hunger started getting bigger and bigger to want to know more. You know what I'm saying?
Thirst for knowledge grows.
Yeah.
Sip from the water, true.
Exactly. So once I started learning and trying to apply this stuff to my life, I started having a vision, and I started feeling better about myself. You know what I'm saying? It just kept going, and it made me want to talk to people about what I done learned. You know what I'm saying? And not just get the knowledge and not share it. Get the knowledge and share it. You know what I'm saying? And I studied the Bible. I know pretty much all the books in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Which in the Psalms is my favorite. Proverbs and Psalms. Then I studied with the Nation of Islam a little. I studied more science. That's which is a study of all different types of religions. The Egyptian mystery system. Man, I can just go.
Yeah. So how this going when you get back out to the community? Tell me how you feel like this experience, your growth, and all the things you read and come into contact with. How you gonna help your community? What do you have to offer to your community that the people who are protesting you don't know, the people at the parole board who don't know, and even the people who support you? There are people who gonna support you up close, and then there's gonna be an extended family of people that when you get out there, they're gonna embrace you. But they don't really know the person that you become. So what do you offer? From the things that you picked up in your country.
The five highest principles known to man is love, truth, peace, freedom and justice. I plan on standing on love. When you say you love somebody, you just don't say it, you prove it. You know what I'm saying? And the way you prove, you got to be charitable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Pause for a second, but yeah, go ahead and speak to that.
And when you say you love somebody, you love is what love does. You know what I'm saying? You got to show it. You got to be charitable. Just you got plenty of unemployed people that need help, or battered women, children, homeless. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna step out and serve the people. Be a servant of the people. You know what I'm saying? They're not living, before I come to prison, I was a selfish type of individual, thinking about nobody but myself, not even my own children. I'm a different type of person now, you know what I'm saying? I I become a servant of the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Not the thug that's one that steals from the people, but a servant of the people, something like a soldier for the people.
Right.
And stuff like charitable events, I'll be fundraising, you know, serving at Jim Hill Mission if I get the opportunity, or wherever they, you know, give out food to the homeless.
And whatever you can do to make a positive contribution to the community. And just as you go through the process now, you know, you're in prison now. And you said you were set off 5 years the last time you went up. Why were you set off?
I had a couple protesters from my understanding.
That was the only reason why you were
victim family, you know, because I had a 7.5-year clear record. And I had a couple trades, a lot of therapy to the community, you know, I had a lot of stuff.
Oh, you completed TC also?
Yeah,
okay. You completed a lot of long-term rehabilitation program. And that's the point that we're trying to make to people, you know. He's not the only one. He's one of them. There's a lot of young men just like him who have came to prison, taking advantage of the opportunity to educate themselves, better themselves, and grow as people. And they still in prison doing time. This man got 2 trades and created all their long-term, short-term programs. Not a drug user, not an alcohol abuser. He got his head on right. And yet we sitting here doing an interview in Free Alabama movement because the parole board set him out 5 years, you know. And did they say in 5 years? What's going to happen in 5 years when you go back up?
I think I have still a chance to make it because in the process of getting sent off 5 years, they sent me to one of the most violent prisons in the state of Alabama, Beers County Correctional. I'm pretty sure a lot of people familiar with it. And, you know, a man gonna be a man in prison or not in prison, you know what I'm saying? And I got a little trouble or fix right because there ain't no trades or nothing to get into now other than foolishness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They don't give you time. They don't give you opportunity. It's just like the block we're in now. We were having a discussion earlier today, and I asked the guys in the TV room, I said, is the TV enough? And they looked at me, and I said, man, is the TV enough? And the point I was making is, in this block is 48 men. They give us a TV, a microwave, a coffee pot, and an ice cooler, and that's it. There's not a single bookshelf in this block. There's not a single DVD player for educational material in this block. You know, there's not a single newspaper subscription for this block, in this block. They're not fostering an environment for people like you who have went to school, who have studied, who have learned and wanted to be in that type of environment. You don't even have that type of environment here. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they offer you is TV, and if we go out there and put it on, it's going to be on ESPN, some talk show, or something that offers nothing to help them deal with the real problems that we have, not just in prison, but the problem you spoke about it in your community, abused women, you know, homeless children, homelessness, hunger, you know what I'm saying, things that you want to make a contribution to in the community, and here it is, you living in the midst of it right here, but you contributing right here also, and I think that's what authenticates what you're saying, and it validates the fact that Free Alabama movement is correct, that people like you need to be marshaled out of the system because you're ready, you know, but their focus is overcrowded. That's why we're in this 2-man cell that we're in right now. But, you know, like you said, you know, they sent you to the most violent prison in the system, but you got all your skills and trades. They didn't send you there to put you in no leadership position to run a program, did they?
No, I just throw it in the population, you know what I'm saying?
And so you up for parole. You've been up for parole. You got these certifications. You completed these trades. And you just wait 5 years, and the only reason they denied you is because you got protested. And instead of them awarding you by putting you in a less secure environment because you've shown that, hey, if but for these protesters, we would be letting you go. So that means that you could be put in a facility like an honor camp, like a work release.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But instead of them doing it, they put you in the most violent prison in the state of Alabama, one of them, Beard County. And there's no way you can escape violence when the environment is there's no education, there's no environment. Even for guys that go to school, when they come back to their block, the environment that they come back into is cutthroat, live or die. And that's what you in right now, but that, you know, this is not where this is why you stand out. This is why you were on this documentary, because, you know, you are not in an environment that's suited to the person that you are. So Tell them about Bill County and what happened. And,
Bill County, man, Bill County is like a warehouse. It's open base space. It holds sex felons, violent felons, and stuff like that right there. But it has no trade school. It had a GED school, but they canceled it. It just rough living, Everything about Bill County, for a person like me, is no. I do not want to never visit that place again in my life. But number one,
I don't mean to cut you off. But I want y'all to think about the dysfunction of the system he just described. He got a 10-year clear record, multiple skills and trades, multiple programs completed, multiple classes completed. He just went up for parole. He was set off for parole 5 years because he had protest. They sent him to the most violent prison system that doesn't have a GED or a trade school. There's no DVDs, encyclopedias, dictionaries, reading material, libraries inside of none of those blocks. So what do you think is going to happen? How can the level of violence not be high? You don't have any other, offer any other activity, mental activities to break these cycles. You just putting them in, and that's why I'm saying, and now when you go back up for parole, now they can say, well, you got a disciplinary. But you're supposed to have a disciplinary because they just sent you somewhere where either you're going to have a disciplinary, you're going to have stab wounds on your body, or your head going to be busted.
Exactly. And that's what, the type of predicament I was put in, and I got a couple of disciplinaries, not just one. You know what I'm saying? But, all in all, I think it's all up to the great God Allah, So I don't try to worry about what's going to happen, no more. I just put it in His hands. You know what I'm saying? If it's be to be. And at the same time, I be frustrated a lot because the type of environment, is extremely gay in here. I'm not gay or homosexual. And people they don't nobody care about learning nothing. Time about reading a book, boy, these Negroes are scared like, you know what I'm saying?
They make it very hard. It's hard to try to withstand the onslaught of negativity. I'm fixing it. Matter of fact, I'm going to interrupt this video for a minute. I'm going to just walk out here and let's see what's on the TV. We're going to just walk outside and let's see what's on the TV. Okay, we caught the news show on the TV, so that was on the TV right now. As y'all can see, like I said, is the TV enough? Got a little bulletin board, prison newsletter on it. Newsletter for December 12th, talking about some things in prison. A little 6-month issue. That's how you get your clothes in prison every 6 months. They got the 6-month issue up there on the board. And that's it. You got a garbage can. You got the benches. But is that enough? Is the TV enough? Is the TV enough for rehabilitation for the problems? I don't think so. Nothing else outside the population. Nothing outside. Go ahead. No, you don't want to know. I know you don't want to know. Is the TV enough? Nothing else. Nothing else in the block. Is the TV enough? Because this is how a block is constructed in the Alabama Department of Corrections. Got a mop, ring of land in the floor. The mop closet is in shambles. See that the mop closet is in shambles. And I just want to know, is the TV enough?
Hey, Red.
It's a block. Y'all remember these doors I told you? You can take somebody in here, kill them if you want to.
Do whatever you want to do to them. But is the TV enough? Is the question that we ask. But that's all they offer. You know, y'all know they got the best fans. Is the TV enough? That's it. One more TV.
Go down there and get that.
These some of the young guys challenging each other, little game of chess, trying to stay positive, trying to keep their mind sharp. You know, they're not engaging in the foolishness that goes on inside of prison. But as you can see, their options are limited, but they're taking advantage of the limited opportunities that they have. These young guys right here. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? 20. These young men, you know, all the things they could be doing in prison, they chose to use their mind right now.
Come on, man.
Got some classes up here. These some classes, young guys. Somebody offering history of the Bible. Got some young guys. These guys offering the class right here called From G to G. Lil Mook, Silverback, Lil Cali, Bro Carey. That was one of the little brothers over there playing chess. This is the entrepreneur class, entrepreneur one-on-one business and politics class, facilitated Marvin X and me, Melvin Ray. Got 10 participants in the class right now. We are teaching guys about politics and business, understanding what's going on in prison, where the money is at, what's going on in our community. You got a sign up list right here. Let's see what this is. This for the Christmas chess tournament for all the blocks in the prison. We got a lot of guys that signed up for that. So everybody trying to, you know, find a way, make a way out of this hellhole. We ain't got no, you know, we don't have no choice. 6ix9ine going to the shower right there. Y'all see that? No privacy, just, you know what I'm saying? Just had me another volunteer. They see Free Alabama movement. They know it's real. They know it's real. Got another brochure. Muhammad wants you, Nation of Islam. The brothers doing their thing. Representing the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Here's our lunch schedule. This is how they post. This is the food that we're supposed to eat. You know, I don't know if y'all can see any of that stuff, but I guarantee it does not look or taste like it's described on these walls. Free Alabama movement. They go one of the pay phones. This is what we be calling home from our families. You have to pick the phone up. This is how we communicate. This is how the state wants us to communicate. Visitation schedule on the wall right here. Visitation schedule. People want to spend time with their families and loved ones. That's the little schedule on the wall. Y'all can see that neither one of the fans are working in the block. There's a fan right there. It don't work. There's another fan behind me over the officer's queue. There's the other fan, the one over the officer's queue right there. Neither one of those fans work. We'll go down to the shower. See the guy in the shower. We ain't gonna go too far over there. But that's the officer's queue. They don't get no privacy. And we all just shower in the open bay like that right there. So we ain't gonna get up on the shower. And that's how the showers are constructed. And y'all can see guys just walking around inside the block. You know, 6ix9ine again, you know, he's getting ready to go in the shower. But that's the shower area right there. You can see the water running. Guys, they just go in the shower over there. There's no privacy. It's just a slave plantation. You know, if you ever saw one, or you ever saw some pictures of one in the past, that's what it is. You know, so that's what the Alabama movement is all about. Yeah.